In this video, I'm going to show you how to make cultured butter. Making your own butter might sound like a lot of work because you think about the old farms with these big wooden churns and it took a lot of work. But if you have your own mixer at home, it really doesn't have to take more than about 10 to 15 minutes and you have your very own homemade butter. So maybe you're wondering what's the difference between cultured butter and uncultured butter. In European countries, we usually eat cultured butter, whereas in American countries, people are more familiar with the uncultured kind of butter, which is also called sweet cream butter. The difference is that the cream is added at bacteria culture and left to ferment for about 1 to 7 days before it's churned. This will make the butter last longer because the bacteria will prevent it from going bad. And it's also giving the butter a more richer taste of butter. So you want to use a cream with a high level of fat. It might have different names in different countries. I'm using a 38%, so you want to find a percentage that's near 40. Okay, so start by mixing your cream with your cultured dairy product. I'm using sour cream. You can also use kefir or buttermilk or yogurt without any sugar added. And yogurt has to be cultured. So now you have your cream mixed with your cultured dairy product. Now you want to just leave it at room temperature to ferment for 1 or 2 days. You can leave it up to 7 days if you're a really bold cook. Now you have your cream and it's been fermented for a few days and it's ready to be churned in your mixer. So just put it in and set the mixer at a low or medium level to begin with. So now your cream has been whipped into whipped cream. Then you can turn up the level and beat it at a high level. You'll know that it's finished when little drops of water is going to splash all over out of the mixer. So now you're finished and it's going to look like this. Here you have your butter and your buttermilk mixed together. You're going to want to separate it because it will not last very long with the buttermilk in it. You can use a cheesecloth if you have that and squeeze it out. If you use a regular cloth, the butter will stick to the fabric, so I'm not recommending that. Instead, you can wash it in ice water. Yeah. You want to save the buttermilk. It tastes really good and can be used for many different things. So don't throw it away. So you add a bit of ice cold water into the bowl. And just beat it at a very low level. While you're washing your butter out, you're going to want to scrape it off of the mill. If it stays on here, you won't wash it out properly. You have to get it out down in the water and then it will get on the mill again when you beat it. You continue pouring in water until the water runs clean after you've beaten it for a short while. And then it's done when the water is clean. Now you're done washing out your butter and you have this really nice and soft butter. After you've washed it, make sure that you get out all the excess water. You can just use your hands and knead it. In fact, you could just as well have kneaded it in your hands from the beginning because the result is the same. You need to get it in your hands no matter how you do it. You could, if you want to, you could knead it under the running cold water and the water will help washing out the buttermilk. Now you can mix in some salt. And I'm going to mix in some really nice lovage. It's my favorite herb because it tastes really good and it'll make the butter go really well on a boiled potato or a fresh piece of bread. That's it. No big wooden utensils, just a regular mixer and you have your very own homemade butter. It's homemade and it's simple.